Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Madam Sayang. Before we proceed with our group presentation, I would like to introduce my group member. This is Cik Wan Rasma Rasida. This is Syahira Syafi'i. This is Maithili Ganesh. This is Rabiatul Adawiyah. And last but not least, me myself, Siti Nurijala Jamilah Bima Azlan. We are from class 22B IB students. So, let's begin our presentation. Our presentation title is a research of export-import in Switzerland. So, we will proceed with the first presenter, which is introduction.
Good morning to my beloved lecturer. My name is Maithili. Today I am going to present about introduction of Switzerland. Switzerland located at the European crossroad, and then the important culture in Europe is which are German, French, and Italian. Besides that, Switzerland also have a 4 linguistic nationality which are French, Chinito, Romansh, and Grisen. For second is Switzerland has an equally split between Protestant and Roman Catholics. For example, there are 48% of Protestant and 49% of Roman Catholics in Switzerland. Switzerland is a highly skilled labor and work. They cover the main area which is microtechnology, high tech, biotechnology, pharmacy, and beside that they also are well known for banking and insurance sections. Now I'm going to explain about export and import activities in Switzerland. Export activities. Germany is a main trading part for Switzerland and followed by United States and European Union's country which are like France, Italy, and Australia. Besides that, there are also some country which is doing export-import activities with Switzerland, which are go to Japan, India, and China. The finished goods like watches, jewelry, or gold, and then followed by agriculture product, which are made in Switzerland is chocolate, cheese, and wines. This is all the products which are exported by the Switzerland country to other country. Next, I'm going to talk about import activities, which is going through in Switzerland. The mineral resources of Switzerland are small, and also the country has to import and refine them, then resell them as a finished goods. Germany has the largest import partner in Switzerland, which is followed by Italy, France, and United States, and lastly is China. Switzerland is an important key product is machines, chemical, metals, agriculture products, and automobiles.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Cik Wan Rasma Rashida binti Yusof. My metric number is 171240182. As for my part, I will present for chapter 11, which is logistics and characteristics of mode of transportation. Okay, there are 5 types of mode of transportation in Switzerland. First is road transport. Semi-finished and finished product of medium and small size and weight are ideally suited for road transportation by truck. It can save time and money and also prevent damage resulting from the repeated handling of cargo. Switzerland has a dense and reliable network. Switzerland has a road network around 73,000 km long and 5,200 km of railway lines and a 21,500 km public transport network. In 2018, the goods vehicle covered 6.8 billion kilometers in Switzerland. This is equal to roughly a tenth of the kilometer performance of all motorized road transport. The second is rail transport. Rail transport is basically suitable for carry a raw material but commodities such as coal, grains, petroleum product, timber, and chemical over long distance. In 2018, transport performance of 10.2 billion ton-kilometer was generated in goods transport on the Swiss railway network. The railway share in the total transport performance by road and rail was 37% in 2018. Okay, next is watery transport. It is the cheapest and the oldest form of transport. It operates on a natural track and requires no major capital investment in the construction and maintenance of its track, except in the case of canals. It has the highest carrying capacity and is most suitable for transporting bulky goods over long distance. It has played a very important role in bringing the different parts of the world closer together and is indispensable to foreign trade. In Switzerland, the bulk of freight transported by water is limited to shipping by the Rhine. In 2018, the Swiss Rhine ports handled 4.7 million tons of goods, about 7% of all Swiss import and export. In 2018, the main goods handled in Rhine shipping were crude oil and petroleum products, followed by stone, soil, and construction material. Air transport. Air transport is a modern commercial aircraft travel at high speed. The average speed of their journey between one airport to another is somewhat less than the flying speed due to lower speed during taxiing on the runway and the ascent and descent of the aircraft. In 2019, a total of 462,789 tons of freight and posts were handled at Swiss airport by scheduled and charter operators. In 2019, 76% of air freight and 86% of postal transport were handled by Zurich Airport. The last one is pipeline. Pipeline transport is a long-distance transport of liquid or gas via a pipe network, and a pipeline usually used in a commercial area. It is essential for the import of crude oil and petroleum products. Three-quarters of the crude oil was pumped through the Jura-Neuchâtel pipeline to the Kreisel refinery. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Okay, my name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Nazrin and my number metric is 171240352. I would like to continue my next presentation about import and export, which is chapter 7, custom clearance of import and export cargo in Switzerland. Okay, first of all, there are import procedure, which is good import into the country need to present to the appropriate custom office and declare for custom clearance. Okay, among the documentation needed in order to export to their country is a purchase order from the purchaser, sale invoice, packing list, shipping bill, lading or airway bill, certificate of origin, and any other specific documentation as specified by the purchaser. Okay, the following time limits are followed for declaration of imported goods from arrival into the country by various means of transportation. The importer may examine goods before submitting them for clearance. However, in reality, almost all commercial shipments are handled by forwarding companies. In most cases, these companies also are legally empowered to act as custom agents. Okay. Another thing is specific import procedure for import of animal and animal products, including fish and meats. Special health certificates stamped by the competent authorities of the country of origin are required. Next is 4.0, Chapter 13, Containerization and Leasing Practice. Okay, there are two types of container that use in Switzerland cargo, which is a reefer container and new modular container. Reefer container is a short form for refrigerated container. Reefer container are big fries that are used to transport temperature control cargo such as fruit, meat, fish, seafood, vegetable, and also non-food. Reefer containers have the ability to maintain the cargo at the required temperature for the duration of the transits. Products such as flour, pharmaceutical, and food across many miles and oceans. These containers are suitable for cargo which constantly need temperature between 25 degrees Celsius and negative 25 degrees Celsius. Next is new modular container. A new modular container is a new type of container that will increase logistic efficiency and effectiveness that allow the use of multiple networks. Okay, the use of use city utilities and network for transporting and storing goods. For example, having a new modular container has the benefit of direct loading of goods, bundling to minimize transport times and increasing versatility. Global trade and containerization. The method that they use to export our container in the Switzerland is consolidate container. Consolidate container is shipping service for container. When the goods are grouped with other customers who go to the same location. While in Switzerland, the goods can be consolidated with goods going throughout the Europe if they share the same line of commerce. That means consolidation time can drop drastically and the groupage can finish faster. Second method that I use by containerization to Switzerland is personal container. Personal container is exclusive use of containerization of 20 and 40 food containers. The service benefit is that once they save goods in the plantation, there is no waiting time for shipment. The average delivery should be quicker by using this service. The trade-off is that the shipping costs are higher because they are not shared with other citizens. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shahira binti Syafi'i. Today I will make a presentation about export procedure. This chapter is in chapter 4, processing and export order. An export order is an offer to sell made by the exporter and its acceptance by foreign buyer. An export order is a document which communicating decision of the foreign buyer to purchase certain items from the exporter. The document contain of description of item, quantity and quality of specification, unit prices, delivery terms, shipping mark, and etc. In Switzerland, to conduct an international business, it requires UID number, which means UID means customer identification number, and also needs VAT number to conduct the international business, and it also need to register EORI number. EORI number means economic operator registration and identification. The procedure involved in processing an export order can be classified into two, which is pre-dispatch procedure and also post-dispatch procedure. Step in processing of export order, there are 7 steps. First is exporter locates trade inquiry. The exporter then sends his profile to know the interest of buyer. Third, buyer likes to have detail of certain product. Fourth, exporter then send the quotation. Fifth, buyer specifies his requirement regarding shape and size and the other terms. Sixth, exporter send the performer, and lastly, buyer confirm the performer invoice. The other chapter that I choose is chapter 8, which is import. Import documentation and step. Import means the goods or services brought into one country from another. Import is a backbone of international trade. The higher the value of import entering a country compared to the value of export, the more negative that the country balance of trade become. There are 2 types of import, which are import by courier and import of personal effect to importing country. And there are also 13 steps important to do import activities. First is pro forma invoice. Second, packing list, certificate of origin, commercial invoice, shipping bill or bill of entry, meets receipt, inspection certificate, exchange declaration form, bill of exchange, bill of lading, airway bill, insurance certificate, and consular invoice. all of this step is very important in order to do import activities in Switzerland. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
So it has reached my turn now, and I will proceed with recommendation. First, we want to suggest in terms of export clearance and documentation. We recommend Swiss exporting companies to provide complete documents such as fish bill, export certificate, verification document and authorization form for export and import. They first should study the standard, procedure and conditions of import and export terms that Switzerland is using. It is to avoid any problems during the authorization process for exporting goods to the importing country. Second suggestion is avoid having export-import during foreign exchange rate risk. In general, we know that foreign exchange is an important factor in the export activity. However, foreign exchange can cause many problems for our business if we do not know how to manage it. For example, Malaysia have a lower currency value than Swiss francs. Due to instability of economy in Malaysia companies import goods from Switzerland may face losses if they didn't alert with foreign exchange rate risk. Third is we want to suggest to be always alert of unforeseen events. Swiss exporting companies and importing companies should always be vigilant about what may happen in the future. Unforeseen events such as natural disaster, war, economic collapse, and so on can adversely affect export and import activities. Not only that, given the current situations, the threat of COVID-19 outbreak can also be attributed to unforeseen events, so that a careful preparation in the export-import sector should be made by Switzerland and other importing countries, so that problem in this export-import activity can be addressed. Next, our fourth suggestion is be careful in checking invoice. Export-import company in Switzerland is advised carefully to inspect the invoices received after the import operation. These invoices include product requirements such as dimensions, volume, weight, material, color, labeling, and more. The company can also contact professional agency in the sector such as shipping agent because it can help to avoid problems when importing goods to Switzerland. And our last suggestion is companies are advised to find out in advance about the duties payable when importing goods into the country. Swiss importers also are advised to know about the custom duties to be paid when importing goods to Switzerland. This is to avoid problems that can occur during the process of exporting and import activities in Switzerland. So that's all from me, which is recommendation, and we will proceed with the next presenter in part of conclusion. So thank you from me.
Conclusion of Switzerland. In conclusion, Switzerland has a highly networked economy, profit from a foreign trade, and this also a significant benefit for a rising globalization. Next, Switzerland is a fairly well diversified as a regard in a trading partner compared with a similar size of country. This clearly hold comfort in a current economic crisis which is particularly in every country in this world right now. And Switzerland also produce a highly quality product, and they has a comparative and competitive advantage between this field which are is watch marketing, pharmacy chemical, medical technology, and measuring and control instrument. And last, Switzerland should not be withdrawn on the threats. On the contrary, the goal must be develop and quality and creativity on their strength, thus bring this achievement of the past year into a future. Thank you.